most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Well, hi there, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we have the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Humble
Bob.
opinion. Today we're going to talk about pain relief for wrist, hand, and fingers. We're going to show you 7 exercises / treatments.
Right.
So we just did a video recently on wrist pain, right?
Exactly, Bob.
Seemed like it was a big hit, so we thought we'd take it a little further because often the fingers and the hand might be involved too.
Yep. They're all connected and very close together, so we want to be complete, Bob.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, you're going to want to go to our website, bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section because this week we're giving away some Booyah Stiks.
Booyah!
And you got to love to say that word, booyah. You'll have to watch some other videos why this works so well for shoulder pain, posture, and a whole bunch of things. Balance.
Etc.
Go to Bob and Brad on Facebook. You'll find the contest pinned to the top of the page. There's some other cool videos too. Go to Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok for a 60-second version of our program.
There you go. Bob, so these are all treatments and exercises you can do at home. You know, you may not do all 7, but you're going to find probably 2 or 3 of them are going to be very effective.
It's like a buffet. You go to a buffet and you pick out the things you like.
Buffet. You better believe it. So here we go. The first one, if you find that either cold or heat makes your wrists feel better, then you do more of it.
Sure.
On the other hand, if cold makes them feel worse, well, stay away from the cold. In my situation, the last couple of years of my life, my hands, all of a sudden, the circulation has changed. My dad had the same symptoms when he got close to 60 and older, stiffness and whatnot. So I'm really attuned to this particular subject.
Now, unlike me, who has had cold hands my entire life, so welcome to the club.
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure, Bob. So heat, if heat makes your hands and your wrists feel better, use it.
And that's generally the rule of thumb. Once you say more people are going to have trouble. There is also a thing called contrast baths, where you can actually do heat and then cold and heat and cold. You can look it up if you want to check that out. Some people have luck with that too.
So like if you wash the dishes and your hands feel so much better after that, you could do the contrast on the other sink. If you've got the divided sink, you could put cold water in one, hot in the other, and try that.
Yeah.
You know,
usually go 1 minute. Well, you start off 5 minutes in the warm, and then you do 1 minute in the cold, 1 minute in the warm, 1 minute, back and forth. So,
if heat is the only thing that works good, and you really want to get some deep heat, we will give you some information on that because just normal heat water using your typical hot pack that you get,
like radiant heat, it's only going to penetrate very minimal, like a millimeter or so.
Skin deep, essentially. If you do want to get deeper and do it at home without going to a therapist or something, what you're going to need to do is get an infrared.
Yeah, far infrared heat. This heating system actually penetrates 2.36 inches.
Right.
So that's going to go right through the hand.
Right.
It's going to the wrist.
It's going to heat the wrist, the fingers, the whole works. This particular one is a larger one, and you think, why would I need that for my hands? But you could use it for your knee. You can use it for your hip. Yeah. You can use this on your knee, your hip, your back. And for the hand, we found out that it works really well. You can do both hands at once just by wrapping this around like such, and then you have a muff. And you put both hands in there, and while you're watching TV, you can sit there and
then like you should probably do this before you touch any patients and me too, because I mean people always go, my hands are really cold. Everybody's like, oh,
right.
You could cool my beer down with those hands. So,
and the next thing, now these are just some stretches. We're going to break it. I decided to break this down into motions, and we're going to work on flexion first, just bringing the fingers in, all the way in, and then make sure you go down with the wrist. And just repeat that. Do that about 10 times. And you'll find each time you do it, it gets a little more easy. The pain drops down with the motion and increased range of motion.
I like the twist too, Brad. I like it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's a good idea. That adds a little extra.
Twist.
It doesn't take hardly anything but 2 seconds at most. Then the next thing, we want to go the opposite direction. This is one I've had a lot of patients do. I say, put your hands together, palm to palm, finger to finger. Now, if you're stiff, you won't be able to collapse it and get flat right away. So you just have to work on that. I call that the spider in the mirror. You go like this. It's like your hands on a mirror.
Oh, sure.
So you just push together and repeat that. And once you get your fingers so they're touching and you have palm, palm, finger to finger, then you can go like this and just do the rest of a stretch. You may only get, this far to begin with, but as you do more, you just try and get as far as you can. Again, more motion, you get things loosened up, better circulation, pain goes down, everything is much better. The next one is simple wrist circles. Gentle fist, don't make a tight fist, a gentle fist, and work them 5 to 10 repetitions.
And go in the opposite direction.
Absolutely. Now, this is one that I've been teaching, and Bob just started it.
Yeah,
he likes
I think this is awesome.
If this is the wrist, this is just for the wrist. If this is the wrist that's painful and stiff, this hand is going to grab over the top of the back of the palm, the dorsal side of the hand. We call that in therapy world. And now I'm going to stabilize my arm on my thigh. You could do this on a table as well. And relax this hand. Stabilize here with this hand, and then you're just going to give some traction. Pull straight out. Pull straight out.
So if I could pull Brad's hand right off his body.
Right. Yeah, but it's not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere.
Nope, it's going to stay. And do that, 3 to 5 times. You can do it more if you'd like. And now the other little neat thing you can do with this is grab the hand and just keep this hand stabilized, like it's not going to move. And then if you can zoom in on my wrist, Mike, we're going to give a little traction, and that's how much is up to you. And then I'm going to rotate my forearm. And that gives you a lot of rotational movement in that joint. And sometimes that can be the trick that makes it feel like it pops.
That's the thing that I thought was really neat. I think that's a great way to get some motion in there with traction.
Right.
And you can often relieve some pain that way.
That's right. So, and obviously do both hands or wrists as needed. The next thing is if you got a soft ball, don't get like a tennis ball. That's too hard. I've got a couple options. It doesn't even have to ball. This is a little
foam.
Foam thing that was kind of knitted up by one of our past employees, but it's soft and you can just squeeze into something soft. And the nice thing about this is you can work individual fingers.
So working on strengthening now.
Right. Strengthening, but some range of motion. That's why it needs to be soft. This one is one of those balls that has liquid or gel or something in it. And this is kind of neat. And you get it feels better on your fingers. Sometimes just the texture of the ball can make a difference on how it feels in your hands and how it works.
And
so,
like you said with that one too, you could work one finger at a time.
Right.
If you have a specific.
Yep. My third digit here is really stiff. It is much stiffer than the other one, and I do work that one differently. Say I can just work that like that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And it's weird. I find these things like when I'm checking out at a store, and they're like for $1 or $2 usually on sale. I never know why, but actually I got this one online or somebody did. But anyways, they pop up here and there, and you can take them from your grandkids or whatever. Just kidding.
All right, you have one left.
Yes.
You're going to do some strengthening.
Yep. If you have a dumbbell, I'm just going to do one hand, and then you can just drop it down. So this is a little range of motion and a little strengthening because it's nice to get a little stronger. Now, you got to watch out where your toes in case it falls off. But
you want to make sure they're clear.
Yep.
But you can also go to the side, right?
Yeah, and you can go exactly right, Bob. And you can go this direction as well. So all 3 directions. You could use a soup can. You don't have to go out and buy a dumbbell. I am going to show one option that I found works really well for mine because I'll do my exercise in the morning when my hands are the stiffest out of bed.
I did find this surprising, Brad. I'm going to be honest.
I did too, actually.
This really, for most people, this is for someone who's kind of younger and really wants to strengthen their grip. I've been using it because I'm younger.
Right.
No, you didn't hear the joke. I said I've been using it because I'm younger.
Well, Bob, I knew you were just BS.
Well, anyway, this is a great grip strengthener, but you've been using it too for your.
Well, actually, I started using this for grip strength. That was my sole purpose. And then, delightfully, I found out that I'm gonna put two here.
You don't do all four in the mornings, do you?
Yeah,
you do all four.
Actually, I do. I go like this now. I've gotten stronger, Bob. So it works really well. I'm up onto the extra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I go like this, and then.
That's a lot of resistance.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing if you do it consistently for a couple months, you get stronger.
I guess you really do. It actually, we actually measured my grip strength before I started, and after I started, I gained like 20, 30 pounds of grip strength.
So I guess if you were someone that needed a strong grip, maybe your job, but you have stiffness in the joints and the hands, this might be a good alternative for that person in the morning, before you go to work or whatever it may be. Even right now, this feels really good on my joints and my fingers.
I'd say, Brad, this is not for the 70-year-old man or woman who wants to, this would be too much for them.
Unless they're a young,
right.
They're more active than most people at that age. You're right, Bob, because I don't want to have people spend their money on one of these and then find out, no, this is not for me.
Yeah, this is for someone who's younger.
That's why I kept it for the end of the video.
Sure.
And
what's funny is by using this, I actually took on Alex in a grip strengthening contest. How old is Alex? He's 30? I think he's 30 now, which is young to me.
That's half your age.
Half
Bob.
my age. And he didn't think I'd beat him, and I beat him pretty handily.
Yeah, and he's not just a skinny little.
No, he's not a skinny guy. So it's amazing when you work on grip strength. I got the claw now. Remember the claw? That was a wrestling guy.
Oh yeah. It was like Hulk Hogan.
I don't know if that was more a regional thing, or that was. Let me know if you've heard the claw. As far as for all-star wrestling.
Well, yeah, because Robin Williams, didn't he have the claw in that one movie with the vacation? And so I figured if it was on Hollywood stuff, it was all over the place.
Maybe so. But
the claw!
It wasn't Robin Williams.
We got to turn
Jim
off.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You know him too, huh?
All right. Thanks for watching.